Haile Selassie, the last emperor of Ethiopia, was a towering figure of the 20th century. Born Tafari Makonnen in 1892, his life was a tapestry woven with threads of tradition and modernity, of triumph and tragedy. He ascended to the imperial throne in 1930, assuming the name Haile Selassie I, which translates to power of the Trinity. As the Lion of Judah, he became a symbol of Ethiopian sovereignty and pride. His reign witnessed a period of significant transformation for Ethiopia, marked by both progress and turmoil. Haile Selassie was a deeply spiritual man, a devout Christian who believed in the divine right of kings, as it was believed that he was as a descendant of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, adding a mystical aura to his rule. This lineage fueled his ambition to modernize Ethiopia and reclaim its ancient glory. He was also a politician, a master of diplomacy who navigated the complex geopolitical landscape of his time with remarkable skill. Haile Selassie's path to power was not without its challenges. He served as regent to Empress Zuditu from 1922 to 1930, a period marked by political maneuvering and power struggles. Zuditu, a conservative ruler, often clashed with Haile Selassie's reformist agenda. He, however, patiently consolidated his power, gaining support among the younger generation and the educated elite. Upon Zuditu's death in 1930, Haile Selassie ascended to the throne, ushering in a new era for Ethiopia. He immediately embarked on an ambitious modernization program aiming to transform Ethiopia into a modern nation-state. His reforms touched upon every aspect of Ethiopian society, from education and infrastructure to the legal system and the military. Recognizing the importance of education, Haile Selassie introduced widespread educational reforms. He established new schools and universities, expanded access to education for girls, and sent promising Ethiopian students abroad for higher studies. He understood that a well-educated populace was crucial for Ethiopia's development and progress. Beyond education, Haile Selassie also focused on modernizing Ethiopia's infrastructure. He oversaw the construction of roads, railways, and airports, connecting the vast Ethiopian empire and facilitating trade and communication. He also implemented legal reforms, introducing a modern legal code and establishing a judicial system. These reforms, while significant, were often met with resistance from traditionalists who saw them as a threat to their power and way of life. Haile Selassie's reign was tragically interrupted in 1935 when Benito Mussolini's fascist Italy invaded Ethiopia. The invasion was a brutal affair, with Italy employing chemical weapons and indiscriminate air attacks against Ethiopian civilians. Despite facing a technologically superior enemy, Haile Selassie rallied his people and led the resistance against the Italian occupation. His impassioned plea for international support at the League of Nations in 1936 earned him global admiration. His words, "It is us today, it will be you tomorrow," resonated deeply, exposing the dangers of appeasement and highlighting the interconnectedness of nations in the face of aggression. International recognition. Haile Selassie's exile in England was a period of reflection and strategic planning. He worked tirelessly to garner international support for Ethiopia's liberation. His unwavering belief in his country's cause, coupled with his diplomatic skills, eventually paid off. With the outbreak of World War II, the tide turned in Ethiopia's favor. In 1941, Haile Selassie returned to Ethiopia, triumphantly entering Addis Ababa and reclaiming his throne. His return marked the end of the Italian occupation and ushered in a new era of hope for Ethiopia. The voice of Africa. Haile Selassie's experiences during the Italian occupation and his subsequent return to power solidified his position as a Pan-African icon. He became a vocal advocate for African unity and independence, championing the cause of liberation movements across the continent. He played a pivotal role in the formation of the Organization of African Unity in 1963, a testament to his commitment to Pan-Africanism. Haile Selassie's international stature continued to grow throughout the 1960s. He was received with great respect on the world stage, addressing the United Nations and meeting with various world leaders. His message of peace, equality, and cooperation resonated with many, further cementing his legacy as a global statesman. Rastafari icon. Beyond the realm of politics, Haile Selassie's influence extended to the spiritual realm. He became a messianic figure for the Rastafari movement, a religious and cultural movement that emerged in Jamaica in the 1930s. Rastafarians revere Haile Selassie as the embodiment of God, the living manifestation of Jah, the Rastafarian name for God. This reverence stems from Haile Selassie's lineage, his status as the Lion of Judah, and his message of black liberation. Rastafarians saw his coronation as the fulfillment of a biblical prophecy, heralding a new era for people of African descent. Haile Selassie, while acknowledging the Rastafarian movement, never claimed divinity. However, his image and message continue to inspire Rastafarians worldwide. Despite his achievements, Haile Selassie's reign was not without its internal challenges. Economic disparities, famine, and political repression fueled discontent among segments of the Ethiopian population. In 1974, a military coup led by the Derg, a committee of military officers, overthrew Haile Selassie, ending his reign and ushering in a period of political turmoil. The circumstances surrounding Haile Selassie's death in 1975 remain shrouded in mystery. The Derg claimed he died of natural causes, but many believe he was assassinated. His death marked the end of an era for Ethiopia, concluding a reign that witnessed both progress and tragedy. Following the coup, Haile Selassie was placed under house arrest in the Grand Palace. The Derg, led by Mengistu Haile Mariam, embarked on a brutal campaign of repression, targeting suspected opponents and consolidating their power. The once vibrant streets of Addis Ababa fell silent under the shadow of fear and uncertainty. The official cause of Haile Selassie's death, as announced by the Derg, was respiratory failure. However, rumors of foul play have persisted for decades. The lack of transparency surrounding his death, coupled with the Derg's brutality, fueled suspicion and speculation. Many believe he was murdered, suffocated, on the orders of the new regime. Despite the controversy surrounding his death, Haile Selassie's legacy remains complex and multifaceted. He is revered by many Ethiopians as the father of their nation, the modernizer who brought Ethiopia into the 20th century. His contributions to education, infrastructure, and Pan-Africanism are undeniable. However, he is also criticized for his authoritarian tendencies, his suppression of dissent, and his failure to address the economic disparities that plagued Ethiopia. His legacy is a subject of ongoing debate, a testament to the complexities of his reign and the enduring impact he has had on Ethiopia. Haile Selassie's life was a testament to the complexities of leadership, the enduring power of tradition, and the tumultuous nature of the 20th century. He was a modernizing monarch, a Pan-African icon, and a spiritual leader who inspired millions. His legacy, much like his life, remains a tapestry woven with threads of both triumph and greatness. His story serves as a reminder of the challenges and opportunities that come with leadership, the importance of navigating the delicate balance between tradition and progress, and the enduring impact that one individual can have on the course of history. Haile Selassie, the last emperor of Ethiopia, will forever be remembered as a towering figure of his time, and in the world today a leader who left an indelible mark on both his nation and the world. He will forever be remembered, honored, and praised for being a great leader.
Well, that's it, guys. That was the brief history of the man, the myth, and the legend. Haile Selassie, the last emperor of Ethiopia. Well, if you like what we do on this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment. Thanks.